Gets up and he walks around, but I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. Old man lived in the woody swamp way back in Booger Woods. He never did do a lot of harm in the world, he just never did do no good. People didn't think too much of him, they all thought he acted funny. Old man didn't care about people anyway, all he cared about was his money. He stuffed it all down into mason jars and buried it all around. And on certain nights that the moon was right, he'd dig it up out of the ground. Then he'd pour it all out on the floor of his shack and he'd run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, that's all that there was to him. But I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. Cable boys was white trash. They lived over on Carver's Creek. They were mean as a snake, sneaky as a cat, and belligerent when they'd speak. One night, the oldest brother said, "Y'all meet me in the woody swamp later. We'll take old Lucius's money and we'll feed him to the alligators." Found the old man out in the back with a shovel in his hand. And 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out of the sand. Then they all went crazy and they beat the old man and they picked him up off the ground. And they threw him in the swamp and stood there and laughed as the black water sucked him down. And then they turned around, went back to the shack, picked up the money and ran. Hadn't gone nowhere when they realized that they were running in quicksand. And they struggled and they screamed, but they couldn't get away. And just before they went under, they could hear that old man laughing in a voice as loud as thunder. It's been 50 years ago. You can go by there yet. There's a spot in the yard in the back of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights, if the moon is right, down by that dark footpath, you can hear 3 young men screaming. You can hear one old man laugh. You ever go back in the woody swamp, hey, better not go at night. There's things out there in the middle of the woods that make a strong man die for fright. Things that crawl and things that fly, things that creep around on the ground. And you say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around, but I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. Just had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. There's some things in this world you just can't explain.